All right, as promised, we are going to go into our long passing plays against coverage defense. Now, we do need time in the pocket, so that's why I preface all this with coverage defense. It's a lot harder to hit these deep routes from under center if they are blitzing. So make sure you get a good read on your opponent and don't just save this for third down. Third down is a really, like third and long is a really bad time to use this play and rely on these deep routes because good players will blitz you on third down and you're not going to generally have enough time to let these routes develop. So get a good read on what your opponent's doing defensively and mix this in during the early downs as well, or third and short if you know you're going to go for it. In this video, we're going to be looking at the play PA tight end leak. I'm going to call cover 4 and then we'll go in against all the other zone coverages. You'll notice this play has a really unique route to it. This Cooper route is a super deep curved post. That's going to be our main deep route. So against cover 4, what I typically would do is I would either streak the tight end, if I know they're not blitzing, which is the tip I gave before, streak our halfback, motion him out to this side. If I know for sure that it's cover 4, I use this drag route on X because there's no reason to have that streak route there. It's not going to get open versus anything. We just need another underneath route. So they're only rushing 3. Find your double teams. My double team's right there on that defensive end, and that play will get that receiver wide open. If they do user that particular route, let's go ahead and drop this guy into man coverage on this B receiver. Typically, if people see you empty the backfield, obviously they're going to know it's a pass. They're going to look for that deepest route they know you're trying to pass. So you may have to check down on this. They may end up going over to user the tight end corner route. If you've used that earlier in the game, they may be looking for that. If they're not, know that you have your 2 underneath routes. If you can wait a little bit longer to throw that, let's go ahead and wait a little bit longer to throw that, then that drag route can use this flat route or vice versa to the fullback in order to create a makeshift screen. So let's go ahead and man up this B receiver. Now you have your 2 underneath options. You can throw to the fullback, you can throw to... Oh, God, that was goofy. Or the drag, and every now and then they'll block for you. If they are playing hard flats, which typically they won't do on long down and distances, which is why you would want to mix this in with your other short passing plays. But if they are playing hard flats, then you'll have the tight end corner route as well. Just show you what that would look like. We use this streak route to clear out that deep zone, especially against cover 4. Again, let's just assume that they are covering this B route. Then your corner route is going to get open. The other thing that I mentioned in the earlier videos with running gun is have a mobile quarterback. What happens when you have a mobile quarterback is typically the zones will be pulled down by the rollout, or they will, it's going to be hard for me to simulate, but they will start to send these flat zones at you. Ooh, that was really bad. Again, look for your double teams. If the double team's not there, wait for it. Let's do that one more time. Don't get happy feet in the pocket with this. So no double team there. We can scramble up the middle. Or if they end up double teaming the outside, which will happen occasionally with 3-4 odd. It's not like it happens all the time. You can't really slide. Well, you actually, this play you can slide protect from. Most play action plays you cannot slide protect from. So if you really plan on rolling out, slide protect to the right. You'll get a double team on this outside, and then they'll send one of these flat zones at you, and then you can either hit B or A, whatever you want to hit, or the drag on the backside. Because the play flows so well at different levels from left to right, it's really hard for them to cover all these routes plus deal with the rollout. So we have drag, we have post. If they send the flat, then we have corner. If they don't send the flat, then we have fullback, or we have the half or the quarterback sprinting out of the pocket. So this is like a really good way to stretch the zones deep down the field. Let's go ahead and run this against cover 3 and cover 2 real quick, just to show you that it really works the same. I don't really set this play up too much different. If I see a one high safety look, I already know that they're probably going to be in cover 3 or cover 1. If it's a one high safety look and you want a little bit more time to let that route develop, by all means, block the halfback, streak the tight end. You'll get the same results here. We got a double team on that side, and we have this late breaking route. Now trust that route, downward pass lead, click onto that every single time. You can do the same route combination with the halfback motioning out to the right. Cover 3. Same deal. Found our double team. Wait till he breaks over the middle. If you throw that route too early, he's going to sail that right to the safety. So that's exactly when you want to throw it. Let's go ahead and look at that real quick just to show you when to throw it, when not to throw it. If I throw that right here, it looks open, but he will sail this to the safety. Wait till he curves it in a little bit more and flattens his route off. Now you can throw it, and that's an easy little dot. Cover 2, same deal. Obviously, you don't always know what coverage they're in, but same 2 route combinations. If you want a little bit more time, streak the tight end, block the halfback, drag the X receiver. No double teams there. It's fine. Ooh, terrible throw from Dak. The mid-read will sometimes chase that deep crossing route. So if you know for sure that it's cover 2, which you can also do, because the way mid-reads play is they'll take that seam, whatever seam deep pattern, you can motion this guy in and do something like this. This is really relying heavily on these deep routes getting open. The only check down you have is the fullback. This is something I would use like very sparingly, this route combination right here. Ooh, he still followed it. Every now and then the mid-read will play one of those streak routes. Just know that. If they are using the mid-read, obviously that'll get open. That is like a route combination that you want to use maybe 1 time per game. This play in particular is just flat out better against cover 3 and cover 4. It doesn't get as open against cover 2. They just leave the cover 2 stock. The other thing is man coverage. If they're playing off man coverage, if you have a good route running receiver at that B spot, well, right now is going to be really tough because we have Stephon Gilmore. But just trust me, if you have a good route running receiver that's pretty fast at that B receiver, he will sometimes get open on his break across the field. Well, he's obviously going to get open if we're using Stephon Gilmore, but every now and then he will get open. That wouldn't be your main man coverage call, but if it happens to be man coverage and you get surprised by it, that route plus the tight end corner route are typically going to be your man beaters. The drag will get open sometimes if they're pressing. Not all the time if they're pressing, but it will get open against non-press. That's pretty much it from that play. That's your long play zone beater, or one of them. We have another one coming up that's going to be a 1-play touchdown against cover 3, and it's going to open up cover 2 pretty well as well.